In this video, we're looking at 4 ancient Chinese mythological creatures, each with 9 heads, tails, or voices. The earliest Chinese records described her as a white fox with 9 tails, living in a place called Qingqiu, a quiet, otherworldly mountain full of strange beasts and even stranger weather. She had 4 legs, fur, and a sound like a crying infant, because nothing says approachable like a fox that screams like a newborn. And yes, she ate people, but not like some seductive temptress luring scholars with her eyeliner. She just ate them like a wild animal, because that's what she was. Back then, she wasn't evil. In fact, she was kind of revered. Her meat was believed to ward off evil spirits, which tells you a lot about how confused ancient medicine was. But somewhere along the way, things changed. Over time, she got dragged into stories where she turned into a beautiful woman and started seducing men, usually important men, then ruining their lives. One famous version turned her into Daji, a legendary court beauty said to be possessed by a fox spirit. She seduced the last king of the Shang dynasty, led him into all sorts of depravity, and basically crashed the whole empire. Did she actually do it? Who knows? But it's convenient that when a kingdom falls apart, the blame lands on a woman with too many tails and not the guy lighting citizens on fire for fun. So now, thanks to thousands of years of blame, fear, and weird fantasies, the Ninetailed Fox has gone global. In Japan, she's a symbol of mystery, spirituality, and ambiguous intent. In Korea, she's both a seductress and a symbol of longing. In the West, probably a sexy skin in some battle royale game. All that from a screaming fox who just wanted to be left alone in the mountains. The next creature comes with a very different kind of problem. In Chinese, he's called Jiuying, literally 9 infants, which sounds cute until you realize those 9 babies all share one body, breathe both fire and water, and scream like hell. Let's call him Mr. Nine Heads. It's easier to remember and more polite. The earliest records describe Mr. Nine Heads as a creature with 9 heads, part serpent, part beast, with the body of a bull and the tail of a dragon. That's 9 mouths, 9 throats, and unfortunately, 9 times the appetite. He lived in a stretch of water called the Xiang River, which roughly translates to the murder water. Subtle. Mr. Nineheads could breathe fire and water. At the same time, he didn't choose one. He just opened all 9 mouths and let chaos handle the rest. That makes him useful in a disaster scenario, but kind of a nightmare for everyone else. His cry, by the way, wasn't some mighty roar. It sounded like a crying baby. Which, weirdly, is also how the Nine-Tailed Fox announces herself. Apparently in ancient China, the most terrifying thing a monster could do was sound like childcare gone wrong. Imagine hearing that echoing across a valley, then realizing it's not a child. It's a fire-breathing snake thing with the appetite of a buffet line. Ancient sources say he wouldn't eat unless you served 9 different dishes at once, because apparently being horrifying wasn't enough, he also had standards. The legend goes that during a time when 10 suns appeared in the sky and the river started to boil, Mr. Nineheads crawled out of the water because it was too hot. Once on land, he started eating people. This caught the attention of Huyi, the same legendary archer guy who shot down 9 suns. Mr. Nineheads didn't go quietly. He sprayed fire and water in every direction, hoping to throw Huyi off. But Hao Yi knew, the only way to kill something with 9 heads is to hit all of them. And he did. 1 arrow per head. No respawn. Some say he was a metaphor for uncontainable disaster. But most likely, he was just what happens when ancient people see a flood and think, yup, definitely the work of a baby screaming dragon hydra. If 9 heads brought fire and flood, the next one brought something worse. He had the body of a snake, 9 heads, and a habit of vomiting things that made no ecological sense. In Chinese, he's called Xiang Yao, but we'll go with something more memorable, Swamp Noodle. It fits. He's long, wet, impossible to get rid of, and ruins everything he touches. Swamp Noodle's thing was vomiting swamps. Wherever he went, the land turned to poisonous marshes. We're talking full-on dead zone stench. The kind of place where even flies reconsider their life choices. And he didn't just ruin the land, he ruined everything around it too. His breath smelled so bad it could kill birds in midair. His spit was described as bitter, toxic sludge. And when he bled, because eventually someone did try to kill him, the blood poisoned the earth so badly that nothing could grow. Ancient sources say he once ate the dirt from 9 riverbanks, causing floods to overflow, destroying entire irrigation systems. He was like that one coworker who deletes the shared folder and pretends it was a glitch. That's when Yu the Great, ancient China's water management guy, had enough. He'd been trying to stop the great floods and save humanity from drowning, not babysit a moldy hydra who eats dirt and throws up poison. So he killed Swamp Noodle. Afterwards, Yu tried to fill in one of the marshes Swamp Noodle left behind. It collapsed 3 times. Because the land was so cursed, it literally spat the dirt back out. In the end, Yu gave up on fixing it and just dug a massive pit. Then he built towers around it, so the gods could supervise the mess, like disappointed landlords. Some monsters bring fire, some bring ice. This one brought mildew and made it biblical. Not all ancient beasts came to kill you. Some showed up just to sing. In Chinese mythology, there's a creature called Jiufeng, literally means 9 phoenixes. It's not a flock, it's a single bird with 9 heads, 9 singing heads to be precise. Let's call her the choir bird, because what she did, according to the oldest texts, was sing and dance all day by herself, not to lure sailors to their death or to summon a storm, just because she felt like it. Unlike the other 9-headed monsters we've met, the choir bird was actually a symbol of good fortune. Her feathers were colorful, her voice layered, her entire presence meant peace. In some stories, she shares traits with the phoenix, that ultimate symbol of renewal and harmony. But, of course, having 9 heads comes with some baggage. Imagine 9 voices singing different melodies at once. Even if they're all lovely, that's still a lot of bird. Something so beautiful and strange, it could only exist when the world was balanced enough to deserve it. Which is probably why we don't see her anymore. In Chinese culture, 9 means more than quantity. It's the edge of excess, the symbol of completeness, just before things break. Maybe that's why so many ancient creatures came in 9s. Not to balance the world, but to test how much it could handle. Turns out, not much. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos.